Hey all, this is Brian St. Baraska here, alongside me, Drake Reppentroba. We are the coaches of the Minnesota RØKKR, as you may know. It's obviously no secret we haven't been performing the greatest since the switch to online. We had such an electric start to this year on LAN, and ever since there's become a shift in the online format and the meta format in terms of the speed of the game, just generally being quicker online, we just haven't been able to find our rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's been very difficult for us to keep up with the pace at which the game has evolved into. Unfortunately, that's partially because of our roster structure. We happen to have two very slow AR-dominated players in the likes of Assault and GodRx. To sort of counteract this throughout the season, you saw us take GodRx off of the second AR and move him to a submachine gun player in hopes that we would be able to up the tempo. Unfortunately, over the course of the last two events, when we've made that switch, we haven't really seen too much of a fluctuation in performance, especially not on the upside. And it was really time for us as coaches to sit down and say, what can we do with this roster to put us in the best position to head into champs?
Yeah, so on that note, after consulting the players and having discussions between ourselves, we did realize the pacing was a big issue in our team, and when we were making one or two mistakes in game, it affected us greatly, and that's why we've lost so many close maps throughout the course of online. And on that note, we have come to the conclusion that we are going to be swapping GodRx and Exceed.
I think he means a lot to us. From a coaching perspective, he means probably even more to our players. Lights out performer throughout the first half of the year. Top 3 player contention for MVP. I honestly think he was the best player in the game when we had him on LAN. And his raw ability to take over the game is something that we appreciate and sort of allowed us to stay in that winner's bracket contention for as long as we did, even when we weren't performing well. With that being said, he was the slowest person on our team, and we really needed to throw someone into the mix who could play much quicker.
It's definitely really upsetting that we have to move Jerome to the bench, especially this late in the season. We tried our hardest to keep this 5 from start to finish, and it just got to a point where things simply were not working. Going into the last event, we had no underlying issues leading into it, so it was kind of our true form going into that event. And when we fell really short there, only having that one map win against Florida, we knew it was time to make a change. Bringing in Exceed for GodRx is just going to bring some new life to our team. Having a player on the map that's young, brings a lot of pace, brings a lot of energy, is kind of going to revitalize all the players on our team. And we truly believe his play style on the map is just going to open up the game so much more for us and allow Alex, Asim, Justin, and Assault to all play at their full potential. Thank you all for the support you've shown us throughout this season. I know we've been letting you down over the past 2 or 3 months, but we're going to be working our hardest, giving it 110% every day to turn things around going in the playoffs leading into our first round match against New York on August 20th.